Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today I'll be playing some F1 2022. Definitely been looking forward to this one as I am a big F1 fan. Looking forward to the Silverstone race this weekend. Come on, Lewis Hamilton. Anyway, going through in-game settings now. Playing at a resolution of 3840 by 2160 at 120 Hz. 16 times anisotropic filtering. Anti-aliasing method I'm using is TAA and Fidelity FX sharpening. Can just use TAA on its own if you want. You also use DLSS as well, but I'm just going to be using the game at native, so no DLSS this time around, no dynamic resolution either, so just completely native 4K. Now it does say custom, but however I'm running the ultra high preset. However, what I've done is I've reduced ray tracing from high down to medium, and I'm doing this because the game is ridiculously demanding with ray tracing anything above medium. I really recommend that you do the same, or you'll end up playing at 46 FPS or less, as ray tracing can go all the way up to ultra high, which is just insane. So that's definitely something that the next gen GPUs may be able to handle, or you may just have to use DLSS and that might give you back a few frames. Another setting that's independent of everything else is audio. Now default it will be at high, but you can put it to ultra high, but the game does warn you, increasing the audio quality will significantly increase CPU load. If you experience audio pops or crackles, reduce the quality setting back to a lower value. So this may be better for you, it may be worse, so you just have to try it out. So far it's been okay for me. So anyway, I haven't given this game much time because there was an issue with the Steam version. I've bought the Champion Edition so I could play it a 3 days earlier. The game does officially launch on the 1st of July. However, if you buy the Championship Edition, you get to play 3 days earlier. Or if you're on the EA Play, you can also get a trial 10 hours as well, so you can give the game a go if you're unsure about it. I think I'm going to drive my favourite track in Belgium, which is Spa. And I'll be driving as, the AMG Mercedes Petronas. I'll be picking Lewis Hamilton. I've got nothing against George Russell. I like George Russell, but Hamilton's the GOAT until proven otherwise. So let's get straight into it. So I'm using my PlayStation 5 DualSense control pad, and it does have adaptive trigger support.
Spa hosted its first Grand Prix back in 1925. This historic track is loved by our drivers and fans alike. So it's let's run you through. Anthony Davidson joins me once again in the commentary box, and it's fantastic to have you with us here.
Okay, so only getting 70 FPS here sitting in the cockpit. Game's definitely a lot more demanding than last year, even when reducing ray tracing. Now let's get into it. Let's see if I can get a good start. Gotta be careful with the throttle on this game. It's so easy to spin the car in the lower gears. But no DRS for the first 3 laps. So I'm just gonna have to bide my time and try and pick these guys off. You can still do Eau Rouge flat out. However, you do need to be a bit careful with some of the corners that you used to be able to do flat out. You're gonna have to lift coast, or you're gonna have to brake a bit earlier because the cars are a lot heavier, and it really does feel like it as well. Got Mick Schumacher here ahead of me, so they've definitely improved on Haas's capability. Haas was one of the worst teams last year, but they've showed a lot of promise this year. They're pretty much a mid-table car. It performs good enough to be a mid-table car. And they've scored a few points this year already. Man, the cars feel so much heavier, and you have to kind of be more gentle as the cars don't snap into the corners as they did last year. It's a lot of more understeer you can feel. So as I was saying earlier, I'm using my PlayStation 5 DualSense control pad, and it does have adaptive trigger support, which you can actually customize as well. So as you're pulling the throttle, or R2. There's a lot of tension there, and it's really good how it feels under braking as well. So the triggers are telling you a little bit about the car. So as you're trying to slow down, the brake trigger, or L2 sorry, is stiff. Anyway, I've just lost a position to Alonso. I really need to step it up a bit. It's a bit difficult to concentrate and drive though. That's why most people who play driving games, they do voiceovers. Yeah, once I get through Eau Rouge, I'll definitely pop the overtake button on. Oh, come on, Alonso. Let's get past him. I'm just going to stay in the slipstream now. Got my overtake boost on now. Hopefully I can outbrake him as well. Okay, we dealt with Alonso easily enough. We're after Pierre Gasly now. Don't know when he got ahead of me. Wasn't concentrating, but I need to definitely increase the pace now. They've actually changed Spa. This never used to look like this at this section of the track. So it's good to see they've implemented the real world changes of the track as well. Let's talk a bit about performance though. Getting around the high 70s to 80s depending on where you are. It'll be interesting to see in rain if I get the same performance, or on a very sunny day. I'm not too sure, but I've just kind of did a random time of day and weather conditions, so a little bit too ambitious there. Just bumped into Gasly, damaged my front right of my front wing. Hopefully that doesn't affect my cornering ability too much. Gonna put my overtake button on now, see if I can catch up. Cars are so heavy now. Gotta brake earlier than before. And there's so much slip, it's just so much harder to control the car in low gears. You really gotta be very sensitive with the throttle. Okay, DRS is gonna make it a lot easier to overtake. See if I can get within 1 second of Mick Schumacher. Flat out through Eau Rouge. Back on my overtake. Just gonna dump the battery straight down this straight. Okay, we dispatched of Mick Schumacher there pretty easily. Gotta be careful around here because it's easy to spin the car. Where the cars are so much lower, you don't really want to attack the curbs as much because they're a lot more unforgiving. The suspension seems to be a lot more stiff. Tires are bigger as well, so they're a bit harder to warm up. So you got to be a bit careful in the early laps. Okay, so we've got Sergio Perez ahead of me now. See if I can catch him up, take him down. I've personally been impressed with Perez this season, and hopefully Red Bull will actually allow him to race Max Verstappen rather than just using him to assist. So that'll be interesting to see these two do some wheel-to-wheel action. We'll see if it ever happens. Means George Russell's doing well in fourth as well. Always knew George Russell had potential, but he's surprised me in some situations this year. He's a really good driver. The way he defended against Perez, not Perez, I mean Max Verstappen, I think it was Catalonia in Spain. He just defended like a beast and kept Max Verstappen behind him. And I think Max Verstappen actually had to go into the pits. He couldn't actually get past him. So yeah, I mean, well, Russell's a quality driver, and I think Lewis Hamilton's going to have a challenge on his hands for sure. Because unlike Valtteri Bottas, who used to go missing in races, George Russell's definitely there for the points and for glory. We'll see if I can outbrake Perez here. Yeah, able to get up position, up into 5th place now. 4th lap, I really need to get a move on if I have any chance of winning this race. See if I can get past George Russell. Now, I don't want to hit my teammate, but I'm not going to pull any punches. Almost lost it there, because it's so hard to keep the car under control. If you pull the throttle too quickly in the lower gears, you will spin the car so easy. See if I can get George Russell on the inside. Yep. Now I can go after Carlos Sainz. Carlos Sainz being a little bit disappointing for me this year. He's got the tools to really challenge for the title now. And when it comes to race pace, he hasn't been on it. So yeah, he needs to do a bit better in my opinion. He's definitely got the ability. And the Ferrari is just an absolute beast this year as well.
Okay, this is your final lap of the race.
Okay, I'm gonna have to really go for it now. You can see the bouncing up and down. I don't think they've done a good job of simulating what porpoising looks like, because the car seems to be pretty stable. I really wish they would have done a bit of a better job with that, but it still feels a lot different than last year, which is the main thing. See if we can chase down Leclerc and Max Verstappen. I don't think I'll be getting ahead of any of these two, but see if I can at least put it on the podium. If I had a few more laps, who knows, but see if I can chase down Charles Leclerc. AI seems to be a little bit slow through this sector of the lap. And I'm definitely getting the fastest lap of the race. I've definitely got the race pace. Whoa, almost lost it there again. Man, it's just so much more. You really got to pay a lot more attention to the throttle control in this game. Yeah, I don't think I'll be catching Leclerc too far behind, but I gave it my best shot. I just need to practice a little bit and get used to this new game, but definitely looks better, and I'm liking what I see so far. So put it on the third.
Brilliant job.
For Lewis Hamilton.
Fantastic podium. Super driving, really strong pace. I'm really happy. Well deserved.
Yeah, I'm happy with that myself. But not too bad for my first attempt.
So as they climb out of the car, the Red Bull team are ready and waiting to celebrate a thoroughly deserved win. Tell me, Ant, how do you think they were able to deliver such an incredible result today?
I feel like consistency was probably the key today. There's being quick, and then there's being quick lap after lap after lap. If you can do that, you can capitalise on other people's errors without making many of your own. And that's an approach that can push you a long way up the field.
Red Bull are our winners today after showcasing some incredible driving. There's been a huge push from them lately to stay competitive with the other teams, and they're certainly proving themselves.
They've done a better job with the character models as well. They look a little bit more lifelike. Okay, guys.
Anthony Davidson, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
It's got to be Lewis Hamilton. I mean, he pulled off some impressive feats out on the track today, even by his standards.
Well, what an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Thanks for watching, guys. and I'll see you in the next video.